Judah, the technician,
Yes.
17-year-old prodigy. He is one of the best technical analysts I know of. That is not biased opinion. Amir will tell you the same. We're going to prove it to you today. And last, and certainly not least, but the most beautiful on the program, Rihanna Van Dam. We call her Crypto Mom.
Hi
She's
there.
she's a number one Amazon best-selling author. Diary of a Christian Crypto Mom. You are a real mom, correct?
I'm a real mom.
You got real kids, teenagers?
Yes, all real. Not
you're
AI.
and you're married full time, right?
Yes.
To a police officer, no less.
Yes, he is.
He's a very nice
Yes,
guy.
he is.
So you're also a trader, an investor.
Yep.
And but your specialty, what you've been talking about, is something we have called a 7-day challenge.
Yes.
What is the 7-day challenge about?
It's the 7 days. We shooted the videos together, you and me, Steve, and it's amazing. It helps the people who don't know anything about crypto to get their first investment within these 7 days, and it helps you into several different exchanges, and all these steps are given to you, which I wish that someone 3 years ago already helped me with. But you helped me with it like last year, and now we can help others. And also the women, please women, come in and join, because we have to catch up on this. Yes.
This thing is designed for anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you don't know anything about crypto, whether you don't even know, maybe you're just starting to hear about Bitcoin, but we guarantee that you start from nothing to being in a crypto investment that is bringing a weekly recurring revenue. We guarantee that will happen. Is that not so? So
Yes, it's and it's not that. Yes, of course we guarantee, but it's because I see that every week in that program. So it's proven. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty silly for us to say guarantee.
There's no question about that. It's just it does what it does. What it has to do. So yeah.
Amen. So now we've had so click the link, get in the 7-day challenge. Amir, we've had quite the week. We called a bunch of signals last week. We traded live last week.
Crazy.
And we're gonna go over that. But Judah, he can barely contain himself. Judah, you wanna show? Let's show everybody a setup that you called on the live trade. We have a bunch of them. Actually, we don't even have enough time to go over all the correct setups.
We're not going to have enough time to go over it.
I'm not kidding.
So there's a link, and on our YouTube channel, we're going to create a playlist that is called Highlights, where you can literally see how things that we predicted and things that we said here on live calls. And that's why it's so important. If you're here with us, we try to make it practical. We try to make it not too long so that you can actually be here every day and with us on the live trading, because it's practice. And when you see us doing it and you join us, whether it's on a demo account or a live account, real money or not real money on your side, here it's always going to be real money. But on your side, whether it's demo or live, it doesn't matter. What does matter is that you practice and you join us and that you learn, because from doing this day to day, you're just going to get better.
Exactly. And make sure you watch, I'm going to call it the FOMO list, the FOMO playlist, all the stuff you missed out on. Judah, I want you to share your screen. I want to show a bunch of setups. Pick which one you want. It doesn't matter. We've done so many that we hit. And that all glory goes to God, right? Like, I'm clear. Like, it is all by His grace. So what are we looking at here? Show us the setup and what happened.
So let's first go back a couple days ago. So on our YouTube channel, we actually gave this setup a couple days ago. So we were like, okay, we got a sharp move down, and we were like ranging. And if you're in a range, of course you go up or down. And there was a lot of liquidity to the downside. And we were like, okay, discussing where Bitcoin is actually a machine looking for liquidity. And we were asking, hey, which direction is Bitcoin going to grab the liquidity? And then we drew the Fibonacci here, right here, and then we discussed the setup. If the Bitcoin price comes around 64,000 or 64,500, then it's a great place to long. It's a great setup. It's a great, if you have a good risk management, it's a great place to long. So
let me just do some color commentary. He is showing you a video that we recorded last week. Showed you, and the discussion was this: there was money above and there was money below, and we were talking. Remember, Amir, we were talking. Where do we think it's going to go first, to the top or to the bottom? And Judah, you said, "Oh, it's coming to the bottom, and here's where it's going to come," and that's what this is.
Yeah, and that's actually exactly what happened. If you look at the price of today.
So now show us what happened today.
So we exactly came
there it is.
To the golden pocket right here. Exactly tapped it, and we got the bounce. So if you took the setup that we gave for free at our YouTube channel with good risk management, you would be in profit right now. And I also think that my opinion, we just took out this liquidity around 64,500. It was like millions of liquidity getting liquidated, and I was expecting that. I was expecting that liquidity to be taken out of the market. So now that the liquidity on the lower side is taken out, Bitcoin is searching for the next liquidity grab. And in my opinion, the next liquidity grab is at 72,300. Because
okay, so if just so we're clear, the first setup was take the money below. He put the green line. He showed you it hit that exactly. That's incredible.
That was this
right. So there it is, right there. He lined it. Now we're saying there's a lot of money up top at 72,279. Yeah. Are you saying this is a potential? This is, by the way, called swing trading.
Swing trading.
Are you saying this is a good time? Not a financial advice, but if it's your money, is this still a good time to make a long to 72?
My opinion, I wouldn't do that. Your chance to come in was right here at this level, to put your stop loss under the low. Like, I mean, you still can do that, right? You still can do that, but the risk reward ratio is not going to be as good. But it's your choice. Like, you wouldn't do what you want to do with your own money. But I personally wouldn't do it right now. It has bounced already, like, I don't know, 1,000 points or higher. I don't know.
So
I think your chance was here.
All right, so this is important for people to know, because he's not saying, yeah, come on in now because you could still go to 72. He's saying you've missed it. So what's the next setup? Is it creating a limit short order at 72.2?
Yeah, I would never maybe put a limit order. I always say to people, wait for the wick to come in, because if I put a limit order right at this red line, I would have stopped out underwater. I would have been stopped out or underwater for a while. So I always think hey, wait for that wick to come in, put your stop loss under the wick. So you want to always make it as hard as possible for your stop loss to get hit. Put your stop loss under the wick. Then go for a good risk reward ratio, at least a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. So if I risk 30, I'm gonna make $90. And yeah, that's how you do it. And we were expecting this call a long time actually. So yeah, but now I think the most of the liquidity is around that 72,300 area. And how do I know this? Well, I know this because of the liquidation heat map. There's 40 million dollars getting liquidated at that price. And also, just by looking at the price action alone, I can see there's a lot of stop losses, a lot of money here. Just without looking at the liquidation heat map, I know there's millions of shorts getting liquidated. And I can see that at the price action. And you see, every time we create a high, and a high, and a high, and we're just going lower and lower and lower. Everybody is putting their stop losses above the high. And that's called liquidity. So a lot of liquidity is laying above the 72,000, above the 71,000, above the 70,000. And once that liquidity gets hit, it's gonna go exponential fast. So here, we take the liquidity, it's gonna get hit. It's gonna get hit. And every time liquidity gets hit, it's as a buy order. So it's gonna move the price even higher up. And then in my opinion, my prediction, of course, it's just a prediction. So this is not financial advice. This is just a prediction. But in my prediction, or my opinion is, We had this downtrend. We took the liquidity, we bounced right at the Fibonacci. Now we can go higher up. Maybe take the liquidity at 72,000. Maybe we go a little bit higher. Of course, wait for that wick to come in. You don't want a limit order. You don't want to have a limit order there sitting 300x because it can be very volatile there. So you wait for the wick to come in. Here, retest, and then you can open a short, in my opinion, and then we go back lower.
So that's
something like that. I'm looking for a Bitcoin at the moment, at the 4-hour time frame, at the daily time frame. That's my play on Bitcoin. So I'm looking to short at 72,300, around that area, maybe even 73,000, to come in after the wick and put the stop loss above the wick. And then I also want to discuss the risk reward ratio on that trade. So let me check this out. Okay. So this is a short. Let's say we come in right here. This is like how it's probably gonna look. So let's say we wick, it's gonna be a high wick, like let's say the wick comes to 73,000. You put the stop loss underneath the wick. We go for a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. And after we hit the 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, what I like to do is I like to take at least 40% of my trade out, just to secure some profits, just to secure some money. The number one rule is don't lose money. Then I move my stop loss till break even or even in profit. And then I just let the trade go right out. And in my opinion, there's a high chance we come here like this, and then we even take out this low right here, because we're in a bear market and the trend is your friend. Yeah, the price is not going to go down in a straight line, of course not. That's not how it works. The price, Bitcoin wants to take out liquidity at both sides. We took the liquidity on the lower side, and there's still liquidity on the top side. So we're probably going to take out the liquidity on the top side before eventually moving lower, because of course we're in a bear market, of course we're moving lower, but it's not going to be in a straight line. So yeah, that's my analysis on Bitcoin on the short term, on the 4-hour to the daily time frame.
I love it. I can go for another hour, but I really appreciate this. So we're waiting for this thing to wick out and then do a short 3-to-1. Once you hit your 3-to-1 ratio, you're 40% out, let the rest ride. That's what you're saying. Put your stop loss somewhere at your take profit. So if it comes back, you don't lose any more money. You're definitely in profit. Amir, what happened with gold? Because we called gold as well.
That's the main question that we asked last call, is that what are people looking at? If it's what is the safe haven asset? That was a question that we asked last week on our call. And when we're looking at the charts and we're comparing both of them, we're looking at gold, and if we're looking at Bitcoin, right? So right now I'm looking at Bitcoin. So let's take the daily candles, right? Bitcoin doesn't sleep. Bitcoin is a 24/7 beast, day and night, weekends, holidays, doesn't matter, right? So we don't have any gap, but overall we're going down, right? Where with gold, and this is the beauty of what happened with gold this weekend, because there was a lot, and I knew that this is what we spoke exactly about these things on our call when we did the analysis here. We were talking about the wars and the geopolitical tensions that are happening right now around the world. This is daily candles, all right? I'm gonna go down to hourly candles. This is how the market opened up last night. Because the market, remember, ladies and gentlemen, gold market closes Friday evenings, opens up at Sunday evening, Sunday night. So this is where it closed and this is where it opened. There was a gap, a huge gap. There was a gap. The market closed, and this is what we said on the call. We said it will close because of what's happening and the tension that was rising right now, and Trump wasn't really knowing what to do. It's going to close higher. And so it did, right? Then, by the way, I was in small buys. Then I said on the call that I'm hands off. I was hands off, which is a shame. I should have stayed in the buys, but I was hands off. Then,
well, bro, we called 5180 when it was still 4900. We
were here. We were here. It was beautiful on the call, and we could go back to the call as well. It was about here. This is where it was. the market closed here, and then over the weekend there was a lot more news of all kinds of countries telling their political people to get out of the Middle East and all kinds of stuff. So as soon as I saw Poland putting a memo out and countries in Europe, I was like, okay, gold is going to continue spiking up, and that's how the market opened. It opened high, took a it's testing. I think we're going to see a new all-time high. And then if you're looking at the Fibonacci again, it really respected every single, if you were looking at the lowest point here and we opened the Fibonacci line, the golden pocket respected. You see how the golden pocket, if you were trading this, beautiful. It was respected. News hit, everything. It's just, I mean, you can't get this is beautiful. And in my opinion, we're going to continue seeing these spikes. It might retest a little bit, but I think.
Do you think it closes that? Do you think it's going to close that gap? What are the chances of it closing that gap within the next 2 weeks, or do you think it just goes straight to 6K? I guess it depends if Trump bombs Iran, right?
Well, crypto is still in a bearish market, so there's no reason for crypto to all of a sudden become all of a sudden out of nowhere. Bitcoin won't be 200,000 out of nowhere, right?
No, but listen, you had rumors that America was going to bomb Iran over the weekend, so you had a massive dump, everything dumped except for gold and silver, like. So, and that was the question for us, because the theory was, if it comes down to World War III or there's going to be some problems, we're going to go to Bitcoin. No, they're going to gold. Like they always have.
We're going to gold, definitely. People are going to have gold in their pocket, that's for sure. But this is the beauty of it. When you open the Fibonacci, I took a sell here. I took a sell here on my MT5, right here on this line. I put a sell limit, it hit it, and it took it. And it closed also in profit. So I'm really happy with how the gold is moving, correlating to news as well. Like the technical analysis and the fundamental analysis are like perfectly aligned.
But that's what I love about technical analysis is technical analysis will tell you where it's going. What it won't tell you is when and how.
Right.
But it's amazing to me when we start predicting time frames, like it lines up exactly, and we don't know what's going to cause it to dip. But it's always some random thing you couldn't predict, right? And it's unbelievable how it works. I love it. It's predictable. It's really a beautiful thing to watch the markets work. And when you get understanding of the analysis, I just love it. It's such a beautiful thing. But friends, a lot of you may be saying, "What are you talking about, Steve? This is bullshit. This sucks. I don't want to do that crap. I don't want to lose my hair and grow old and look like you two. Look at you. You look like you're 90. You're 52. You look like you're 90. I don't need that." And that's why, friends, Rihanna, we tell them to join the 7-day challenge, right? Where it's stress-free. We show them how to use an AI trading agent to trade for you, correct?
Yes. It's very easy. There's no analysis necessary.
Yeah, but you're a trader. And
yes.
So what is the difference between having an AI bot do it and what we're talking about with all the graphs and the golden pocket? Amir's showing. Well, it sounds like a fairy tale.
Golden pocket, baby.
Follow the
Jewish guys talking about golden pocket.
I really love
the Jews talking about gold again. There we go. You know,
I
you
love
got a pocket.
Fibonacci.
Like, what's going? So tell me the difference between 7-day challenge, having an AI bot do it, and you trading yourself.
Well, it's a totally different world. With trading, you have to do your analysis. You have to do the Fibonacci and all the things you just discussed. But with the 7-day challenge, it's all that it's gonna do it for you. So you don't have to do it yourself. It's doing it for you. The AI engine, it's gonna take all away of that emotional, head trash for you. You don't have to do the analysis, and you don't have to be emotional about every trade you're making, whether you're gonna lose your money, win your money, and if you win your money, want to get out. It's always the whole road of trading is every time it's a roller coaster of emotions, right? Although
Right.
people say, oh, you don't need to get emotional while you're trading. Well, I don't believe in that. I think every trade it has emotions with it. And with the AI engine, you don't have to because it's doing it for you. You just check now and then and you say, oh, wow, it's done it again and again and again.
Yeah, but you know what the worst is?
Consistently.
When you're and what as a parent, you know this, and you're about to find out, Amir, but right when you have to make the most critical decision about the trade, something happens with your kids.
Something
Like
happens.
I include school calls. Your daughter broke her arm. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm in the middle. What? I gotta go. Right?
Yeah.
Like my son comes in, vomits on the carpet. Not Judah, of course. And it's like, I gotta go. But AI, it doesn't matter. Like, you go take care of it. Right? It's easy.
Exactly.
So click that link. Click the link below. 7-day challenge. Get started, friends.
Yeah.
Amir, any other things that you want to talk about from last week?
Well, not too much. Not too much. I think we can dig in a little bit for what's happening this week.
Yeah, Judah, you want to take a look at what's happening this week? You want to take a look at what you're seeing?
I think let's Judah, like we sent a lot of the word Fibonacci keeps on repeating herself on this call.
Yeah.
You use it a lot. I use it. People use it. How do we use it in our community so that people that are watching on these live calls can understand how we do it and follow us and do the same thing if they want to?
Yeah, well, for the Fibonacci is, I think, one of the most effective and most easy indicators you can use. So it's beginner friendly, and I think these are my settings right here. I have this 0.
Why is it like beginner friendly? Why does it show us? What does it show us?
Well, it's actually it can be used as a support level, but it can also be used as a resistance level. So
why is that important?
Well, because you want to always long at support and you want to short at resistance because that's the highest probability of a successful trade. If you long at resistance, that's risky because you're longing at a roof. There's something holding it back. And if you short on support, you're actually shorting against the ground, and you don't want to have that. You want to always long at support, and you want to short at resistance for the most high probability trade setups. And that's when the Fibonacci golden pocket and just the Fibonacci tool comes in play. This shows a perfect. This is actually a perfect setup on gold. Do you think it's a coincidence? We just stopped here random. No, it's the Fibonacci 0.65. And you could have taken this trade actually. In my opinion, you still can take this trade if you just put your stop loss above the high. And for the Fibonacci tool, I use it a lot. I have 3 things on. This one is not so important. You can also just leave it. It's the 0.65. It's the 0.618. And it's the 0.786.
And those are
numbers.
What's that? Go ahead.
What are these numbers?
Yeah, that are actually it's something to do with math. I'm super bad in math, but it's just a kind of a support level, and it can be as a resistance level. And I will tell you how to use it later. But yeah, I make the 6.5 green, and the 618 red, and the 786. I always do blue. This is actually basic settings and the coordinates. This is not so important, but at least I have these 3 lines always in play. So
is this the standard setting when you open up TradingView? Is that the standard colors for this?
Yeah. I don't know actually. I think so. Maybe the 786 I made blue. The 786 I think I made blue. I think that was a different color. But I think use the colors that you like. I mean, I like these colors. I already had these colors, and it's just clear to me which
Great. So friends, you're going to use the 618 is red, the 65 is green, and the 786 is a light blue. That's what you're going to use. Right?
Yeah.
What if they make the 786 into red? They're going to be all confused. Now, can you show me how do you're on a 4-hour time frame, right?
Yep.
Can you show me where do you drag it from? How do you actually make this Fibonacci graph? At least I want to know, Amir. I don't know about you. I want to know
how do I use it?
Yeah, okay. Well, you go to the section right here, the third one, GAN and Fibonacci tools. Then this is here, Fibonacci retracement. You can also favorite it so that you can find it very quickly. Then you just stick on it. And if you want to see where the resistance level is, you drag it, you click it from the high. And this is on the 4-hour time frame. So the high, in this case, from the 4-hour time frame, you drag it to the low of the 4-hour time frame. You can also do this on the daily time frame. You can on the weekly time frame. You can even do this on the 5-minute time frame. Of course, the higher the time frame, the stronger the Fibonacci is going to be. So this is already a pretty strong Fibonacci. So I'm going to drag it. Just click it from the high. And then I'm just going to drag it to the most recent low. And that's it.
Yeah, but the range, the width, the day range, does it matter how long, how wide it is?
Not really. Like, you want to have the most recent high, and you want to have the most large low. Like, you want to have the highest high, you want to have the lowest low. That's usually how it goes. And this is a great Fibonacci, and
wow.
You got yourself, or this is actually a make it or break it level for gold, if I think about it, because I think, in my opinion, if we break above this level, this turns, of course, into support, and we can see higher prices. But this is also a level you don't want to be longing. You don't want to be longing right now at resistance. This is a make it or break it level. Either two things happen right now. Either we reject and maybe make a new low, or we come here, we reclaim, retest, and make a new high.
You know what's interesting is he's just showing us how to use the Fibonacci, and out of nowhere he says, "Oh, this is a make it or break it level based on the Fibonacci."
Yeah.
So you're saying this is not a place to long gold, in your opinion. You're saying wait for this to either break out and retest, or wait for the correction.
Yeah, in my opinion, this is a no long zone. I think it's a good area for shorts. Of course, with good risk management. These to go 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. But yeah, this is how you use Fibonacci for resistance. But you can also use Fibonacci as support. That's like the other way around. It's actually the same on gold. Fibonacci retracement. You just do exactly the same, but then reverse.
From the bottom.
From the bottom.
Up.
And then up. This is the most recent high is actually this one.
Okay, so the most recent high in the screen that you're seeing, you wouldn't bring it all the way to the top?
Yeah, so far, but
you wouldn't bring it to the higher wick. You see the one on the left. You wouldn't bring
this
it.
One, yeah, I don't know, because it's already in the past.
Got it.
That's why it's too far behind. But also, I think I found a good example on Ethereum. Let's go to the weekly. Like, this is an amazing trend line, and it's also all about confluence. Like, okay, we're on Ethereum right now. Why did we bounce here? Why are we having like trouble? Okay, there's like a trend line sitting here. 3 touch points already. That's a strong trend line. When did this trend line start? Almost 4 years ago. So then you really know, okay, this is an important one. This is an important big trend line. So that's why we stopped. But there's also another reason why we stopped. The Fibonacci, it's also, again, the Fibonacci retracement. And in this case, we're going to use it as a support level. So you could bring it from the low to the high right here. And then you see a major confluence point. We touched this trend line. And the second thing is, we touched this 0.786. So there's 2 confluence points. We got the Fibonacci as support, and we got a major trend line as support. That's why we bounce. So it's not random why we bounce. It's not like, oh, we just dip, now we pump. No, it's usually there's technical analysis involved. A lot of people don't believe in technical analysis, but I think everybody can learn it. It's a simple style, but yeah, it's very effective if you learn about it. So yeah.
So
That's-
have we seen, in your opinion, then, based on this trend line, um, Ethereum's hit its lowest already, or you think it's possible it could break this trend line? Then it really drops.
we have. This is again on Ethereum. We really have a problem if we break
So
it.
we have to always remember that this is just one indicator, right?
Yeah.
So yes, Fibonacci is one indicator, but then again, we have longer time frames, we have news, we have the overall trend, we have, cycles, because we are talking about cryptocurrency. Yes, the Fibonacci shows that we might see an uptrend or something like that, but we're also in a time where crypto is still in a bearish momentum. So as Steven just said, it might break that trend and continue dropping down, right?
Yeah, because you also can see it differently, of course. You can also just see this as a massive range. Actually, we were just trading sideways. I will just...
Always about probability.
Yeah.
People
So we're at the bottom of the range.
Well, wait, I will remove this. You can also just see this. This is multiple cycles, by the way, but you
It's
can
a
also just...
five-year range.
This is actually a 5-year mega range. Here we have the top, here we have the bottom, here we have the top. So if you hit the top, it's most likely you go to the bottom. If you hit the bottom, it's most likely you go to the top. If you hit the top, it's most likely to go to the bottom again. And where's the bottom? It's around 800, 900. So yeah, this is also just the exact same thing you can see on a 5-minute chart. It's this right here. If you remove all the time frames, I would believe that this could be a 5-minute time frame. This is exactly the same thing, but then on a bigger time frame, on a macro time frame. So yeah, that's Ethereum. So it's all about perspective.
I was just gonna say, it's interesting how as you move from like the 4-hour, the daily to the weekly, you get a different perspective on the whole thing, right? Rather than just focusing on a minute, if you zoom out, you look at everything, look at the trends, you see these patterns. That helps in your swing trades and your day trades. And you don't know the patterns. I guess you got to go through all the different time frames yourself to see what you see the best, correct?
Yeah.
Because you're not just using the 4-hour, you're not just using the daily or the monthly. You're using different time frames to help you see what is happening in the market.
Yeah. So usually I just look at the weekly time frame, the monthly time frame to get like an indication. Okay, hey, the larger time frames want to do this. And then if you want to go into a trade, I'm usually looking at the 1 hour or even smaller than that, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, just so I can get a good entry point for my trade to go in. So that's how it goes. I always start on the macro time frames and I go smaller until I have I think, hey, this could be a good entry. I like the candles, I like the setup, I like the risk reward ratio, check, A+ setup, and then you just go into the trade.
And then America bombs Iran, and
then the technical
it's all vaporized. Start over.
And everything,
Can you please go to Solana? Show me Solana. Let me know what you think about Solana. It dipped yesterday to a place I thought it wasn't going to dip. I have nightmares from this. Look, it broke that support line. Look at that, and it hit. Look, yes, I have a very traumatic experience trading Solana the last couple of days. Amir knows all about it. I got crushed. I got destroyed on this wick here on the left.
This one.
Oh yeah, that thing just wiped me out, man. I didn't see that one coming, but it hit. If I look at this, you predicted it again, Judah. If I had just looked at the Fibonacci here,
that's what I was about to say. Why did you long it? Did you say that it was gonna dump?
Well, I longed the first bump up, right? You see that bump up? I longed that. Then I came in. I saw, okay, it started changing. My 20 SMA switched, so I took a short. I showed you that trade. And then I said, well, it can't go lower than this. It was at 84. At 84, I said, no, it's not going to go lower than 84. So I took a long, and I left. Bro, a few hours later, my phone.
Yeah, but you can also
Yeah.
just see this chart looks exactly almost the same as the Bitcoin charts. All the altcoins will follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the leading chart. If Bitcoin goes up, altcoin goes up. If
All right, but
Bitcoin
what's
goes
the
down, altcoin goes down.
So-
Let's see if we have anything interesting for today. People are with us on the call.
yeah?
They're
So
like,
what do you think?
do they have anything for us today?
So Solana, what are you doing with it? You touching Solana? Gold? You said you're not touching. You're waiting for it to.
Well,
to
gold, I see a short on gold. I see a potential right now actually a short on gold.
That's if you're
Okay.
trading, not holding gold, trading gold.
Right now, it's short on gold. Bitcoin, wait till it hits 72,300. Also a short. Ethereum is on a very important trend line in combination with the Fibonacci. I also can expect a little bounce on Ethereum. You could take it right now. On Solana, Solana is actually great for just trading. We're just in a simple. This is.
Thank
It's
you
not
for
gonna get any
turning.
more basic than this. It's just a range, low, high, and now we're going to the low. So the most probable is we're going back to the high again. And you can even maybe, I don't know, we can maybe get into a trade if you just look at this.
Thank you for adding salt to my wounds. I appreciate it. You making it look so easy and make it
It's
look.
not
just
easy. It's not
You're
easy.
like, it's just a basic range. It's really simple. I got destroyed here, man.
Yeah, it's not, of
He's like
course.
turning the knife. Like, let me remind you how easy this is, Pop.
No, okay. It's trading is not easy because if there's real money involved, like it's not. You're not gonna be this emotionless. Of course, you're gonna be more invested. Of course, emotions play a role. Of course.
So this looks like a buy right now.
So yeah, you could get into a trade and pull it maybe like this, just underneath the wick. It would be an almost a free to risk reward ratio, and you can target the highs. I think you're maybe a little bit late. I think if you were a few hours earlier, it would be better. But if, in my opinion, you still can do it. I mean, of course, it's your choice. Maybe something like this. And then we touch it, and then we just range on Solana. Solana is just ranging right now, and until we just close a daily candle underneath this range to the downside or to the upside, I don't expect Solana to break out yet. I really want just a daily candle above, retest. That's a good long entry. Also the same if you want to go down, right? So it's exactly the same, but then just down. Daily candle confirmation, close. I want daily candle close. We got a retest, you enter on the retest, and then you short for a new low. So Solana is just ranging. You could take a long right now, or you can just wait till it goes higher and then short again, or of course wait for the breakout and then the retest. So Solana just ranging, waiting for the breakout, and while it's ranging, you can of course make money by trading along right now and just trading the range. The most money is actually often made in this range. Traders love these types of ranges because a lot of people get chopped up in this, right? Oh, I think it's going up.
Thank you. I appreciate you reminding me of that again.
I think we're breaking out. But if you just draw two simple lines, get a good overview, you see, hey, well, actually, we're coming up to resistance. So I don't know if it's smart to long 300x. I don't know if that's smart. Then here, when you go down, I don't know if it's smart to short it right here. So that's a little range. Just two simple lines gives you a lot of perspective on the situation going on here. Also, of course, this is almost exactly the same as the Bitcoin charts. So we can also just draw the Fibonacci on the lower time frame. So I will first remove this Fibonacci, of course. Let's draw a Fibonacci on the lower time frame. Of course, what we learned just now from the low to the most recent high, and then you see Fibonacci is a little bit lower yet. So we didn't hit the Fibonacci. So this is also a good level to just to know about. It's a little bit below the range, which I don't like. So yeah, that's how it is on Solana. Nothing more to say on Solana.
Well, thank you for schooling me. I really appreciate it, and reminding me that next time I trade, I have to have you by my side.
But hey, that's part of it, man. I mean, like, I think that people that are watching this right now, I mean, we're talking about trading and trading and trading, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're full of." Sometimes we lose, sometimes we take L's, and when we do, this is beautiful. What we're doing, we're looking back, analyzing, seeing what happened, and not getting too emotional about it. Going to the sauna, doing whatever works for you. If your thing is going whatever, do what. If your thing is going to the beach and just forgetting about life for a second, that's okay too. Everyone deals with it, whatever. But eventually, we don't chase the market and start revenge trading and
No, no,
digging
no,
our
no.
grave deeper and deeper and deeper. We just zoom out. Tomorrow is a new day, new call, new opportunities, new markets. We can right now monitor the market, see if Solana plays as Judah is saying, and then if it does, we can tomorrow place trades and hopefully win. Every day is day one, right?
Exactly. That's what I love about trading. This is kind of our schedule that we're going to start going live. Right now, we're doing Zoom recordings, but tomorrow we're talking about passive income strategies. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to do live market analysis like we just did. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, same time, we're going to talk about passive income strategies. So if you don't want to trade, you just know that you should take your money out of your bank because, well, you should, in my opinion, as an entertainer. Not a financial advisor, but as an entertainer, you should get your money out of there. And you're like, wow, people in crypto are getting 30-40% per year. Well, hold on a minute. Let me get into this. We're going to show you how to do it passively. We still invite you to come Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You're going to learn a lot. It's 1500 hours or 3 p.m. Central European time. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard, 30 minutes before the market opens. Amir, is there anything else we got to talk about?
I think we're good for the day.
Well, hey, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We really
Almost at
appreciate
100.
it. Really, really helps us hit the 7-day challenge. And we got some really exciting stuff coming out for you guys that we're going to share in a couple of weeks. We're going to vision cast. We got
if you're with us already, I think it's good to say if you're with us already, we are going to have more setups in our communities, in our telegrams if you're following. And if you're still new, get on the 7-day challenge, start the process, start your basic, your basics so that you can join us and be with us on this every day, man.
Yeah, 7-day challenge, whether you use the AI program or not, it's the basics of what you're going to need to hang out with us and have fun. God bless you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.